he wants to talk to anybody right now. He's turned into an assassin, and maybe assassins are super antisocial. Or really weird. Hey, get away from my freaking slot machine, asshole. Damn it, I just had to get more coins. What's wrong with you? No, I guess.
Hello?
Oh, there he is. There
I
you
just
are.
stepped away and I started hearing stuff coming out of my headphones.
Oh yeah, that's usually how it starts. Well, whatever you do, don't listen. Don't do what it tells you to, because that's never good. So how are you doing? Are you being a good assassin or a bad assassin?
Good.
That's good. You ready to hit 30?
I am hopefully going to do that tomorrow.
Okay.
Level 28.
I saw that. You gotta run here in a few hours, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
About 3 more hours of playing.
That's cool.
Yeah. Are you just doing, like, your crew skills?
I just finished with my crew skills, but I do need to do Lancers. Thanks for reminding me. Well, I'm trying to get my Rancor because... Oof. Well, that must mean Brute's around here somewhere.
Yeah, he was on his, whatever his power tech is called.
Oh, really?
For a little while. I said hi.
Okay. Well, if he wants me to PvP, I'm not going to PvP with him because he just wants a pocket healer. And and he wants me to get on raid call with him for 1 second, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Trying to get the little Kingpin casino chips so I can try to get my Rancor.
Well, you really want a Rancor, huh?
Well, I guess I didn't think it would be this rare, and it's also interesting because I'm trying to kind of decode a system, because it's good practice for me. Like, if I can figure out the back end of a system without looking at it. Oh, what a dork. If I can cue the back of it, or if I can decipher a system, then it's good practice. But I feel like I'm not any closer. And so the last thing I want to do, or the last thing I'm going to try to do, rather, is once I get all my Kingpin coins, I'm going to try dumping them all into one machine. And not letting anybody else use the machine. I'm going to save up a lot. Because I was trying to... Stop following me around, you hooker. Freaking weirdo. Ow, something's in my eye, sorry. I'm having a hard time figuring out the difference between statistics spread amongst 3 and the statistics if you add all 3 together. And I was trying to think of some different analogies, and I was like, well, what if you try to play one lotto 3 times as much, or you take that amount of money and spread it across 3 lottos, what would the difference be, provided they all had exactly the same odds? And it seems like you should have the exact same chances. But I don't understand statistics enough to know if that's true or not. Because I counted on all my friends that were like up to their ears in statistics to be able to tell me the difference. Or I'm used to just looking at being able to look at data, but since there's no tools that we have to track these things, stop following me around. Freaking idiot.
Come sit with Mama. Come on.
Every time I go to a set of terminals, like, this person keeps following me and hitting the same terminals. And the other mistake I think I may have made earlier, if each one of these has independent... Oh shoot, oh, it just blew up. Yeah, I finally caught one on video blowing up. That's pretty awesome. So it is unusable. Everyone's cheering for me. That's funny. Okay. It repairs itself right away. But I don't know. But I guess if a machine hasn't cranked out a ship lately, but another one just cranked out one, but see, again, that implies that the odds are cumulative. I don't know. There's some mathematician somewhere that probably figured it out in just a few minutes. Because the way it would work in real life is each machine would be completely independent, working towards its jackpot. And there'd be no way to know. And it feels that way. And the reason why it feels that way is twice today I've gotten 2 golden tickets in a row. In fact, one of the times I got 3 golden tickets in a row. So I think the machines are independent, which is kind of scary. Because if the machines are independent, that means that's why nobody's getting a damn Rancor. Because they're all doing the same thing I'm doing, which is just trying to insert the coins as fast as you can. And then you get shit tons of golden tickets, and maybe you're getting shit tons of golden tickets because that's the level that each machine's worked up to. But then you'd think that sooner or later, some asshole would go put a coin in each one and get 3 freaking Rancors because each one has been fed right up to the limit. And maybe that's how I got 2 speeders earlier yesterday. I got 2 speeders literally in a row. But I hadn't figured the system out yet. But I don't want to figure out the system to abuse it. I just want to figure out the system to show people how to stop wasting all their money. Because you'd have to have thousands, I think, of Kingpin coins to work more than one machine all the way up to a Rancor, if that's the case. But I'm going to find out. I'm going to take all my coins and put them in one machine. And the way it should go, if my guessing is correct, is I'll get a bunch of golden tickets, and then I'll start getting that weird looking 50s speeder, and then I should get a Rancor. Then it's probably going to reset and start spitting out golden tickets again. But they're all just theories. That's why I gotta get tons of coins this time. One of the things I was thinking earlier. Okay, I guess you're gonna take these for even though I was standing right here. Douchebag. I was thinking, why don't they just let you bet more than one chip at a time? You could bet like 50 chips at a time. Or maybe not that extreme, but
Yeah, well,
you'd be able to fly. Doing like 10 chips at once. You'd still be spending the same amount of money, just 10 times faster. I think some people would like that. But thankfully, leaving the smuggler machines doesn't screw you that bad, because man, you get kicked off your machine every couple minutes. And it's easier to just leave than it is to fight with the people. You try to shoo them away, and most of the time it doesn't work. And I don't mind getting shooed away. It usually means I don't see the person. It's really easy because these machines are like really tall. In fact, if I move my camera like adjacent to it instead of parallel, my camera gets like stuck in the slot machines. Another thing is these Kingpin casino chips really slow down, which are the ones you need. But I think it's important that everybody knows this, all this stuff. Because I think if everybody would have known this stuff up front, a lot of people wouldn't have.
Have you ever thought that the game isn't supposed to be figured out?
Right, it's not
It's
supposed to.
intentionally done that way?
Oh, it is intentionally done that way. I agree. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't have a method, and if you're clever enough, you can figure it out. See, my background's in QA, so this is what I do. I figure things out. When I'm working, this is my job. Everything has a method, a system, a process, a policy, a standard, a contract. Everything does. But yeah, this one was kept ambiguous on purpose. If people had known about it, nobody would be doing it. But a lot of systems are that way. I mean, just think about the cartel packs. This is kind of like a micro version of the cartel packs. The only difference is people have cartel packs figured out. They know if they buy 20, they're probably going to get one of the rarest. You kind of see what I mean?
Sorry, I'm in an arena right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what were you saying?
Well, you made the point that, you know, the system's supposed to be ambiguous, nebulous, whatever. And I agree. It's kind of like a micro version of the cartel market. Except people know relatively what to expect from the cartel market. See, what I get entertainment from is figuring out systems. But I don't have the money to figure out the cartel market. It's too expensive and I don't have any money. But I can figure this out. Because it just costs in-game coins. Which are pretty easy for me to get. Oh, shit. Okay, guess that's your spot. Did you win your arena?
Tough to tell.
Oh.
Looks like we lost.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
We had morons who split up.
They think too highly of themselves and forget about the team. So what do you try to do in an arena on that character that's different from your other characters?
On my sniper?
No, you're assassin. I thought aren't you
Not
playing?
an assassin right now. I'm playing a sniper.
Oh. Well,
On
good.
the assassin,
Mm-hmm.
when I'm in an arena, it goes the same way. Basically, I've figured out a battle order or a priority list. And that goes first is defense, keeping myself alive. Second is taking stuff, keeping other people alive. Third is attacking people, fourth is stealth.
So is it kind of like a circle? Like, does the fourth one loop back into the first one again?
Yeah, it can.
Okay.
But and sometimes I start on stealth.
Okay.
Because it'll have advantages later on in my skill tree to start with stealth and give me extra damage reduction.
Okay. When you pop
But-
out or something.
Yeah, when I pop out, I will grant this thing called dark protection. But
Ooh. Dark
basically,
protection.
You know, I always start the match guarding somebody, usually.
Okay.
Probably the healer or some kind of sword, some at least somebody who can offer heal, because it's tough to tell if somebody's actually going to heal.
Gotcha.
But then I watch and I see how the battle's going, and if somebody's taking a lot of damage, I'll switch guard to them. I'll spam taunt as much as possible. Always proc my defensive. One of my defensive cooldowns basically gives me a 15% buff to my shield. So I always have that running, and then I have my extra defensive cooldowns just in case I start taking massive damage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's why, because when I have guard on somebody and I'm taking damage from them, you know, I need to worry about keeping myself alive in that case, because I'm taking half the damage, plus any damage directly attack.
Right.
So that's why defense, keeping myself alive, is my priority. And then it's my tanking stuff. And after that, you know, I can still do pretty decent damage as an assassin, so I need to, you know, at least I try to go for a balance. Like, I try to get in any given match about the same amount of damage as I do protection. It seems to work that way pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll have some people that like to get in one-on-one battles and come up, so I'll attack them. But it's also like, you know, it's not a chase character at all.
Okay.
It's half thinking about keeping myself alive, and half thinking about keeping the other teammates alive. So if I have somebody guarded, you know, I need to stay within 15 meters, ideally, of them. Usually that's not too tough, because if somebody's being attacked, it's usually melee DPS, because that's kind of the dominant thing in the game.
Yep.
Because everybody wants to have a lightsaber.
Well, and snipers are just going downhill. So, I mean, nobody ever used snipers as 55s, but as people keep trying, it just keeps, I don't know. Like, even grab round can get really, really hard to really catch people with.
Well, it's a channel, so people can run out of line of sight.
Yep.
It can be tough.
Yep.
Same thing with snipers. Although this sniper that I'm doing is going to have a lot of abilities that are instant caps.
Yes, which
Or-
is good.
Or channeled with ticking, like a series of shots of Cull, where they work kind of like, what's a good, like full auto, where it's channeled, but it's like a tick.
Like Ravage. It channels, but it smacks throughout the channel.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you know, it's. But anyways, back to the assassin. It's pretty fun. And one match on I think it was no, it was no bear. I had like 230,000 protection. And this is low beast, so nobody, like the highest damage dealer is doing maybe 300,000. Nobody's separated themselves from the pack. So basically I'm taking like almost an entire person's damage away from their team. That's pretty effective.
It is. It's almost damn near seriously as effective as a healer.
And I don't even have my area of effect taunt yet. So I'm just using my single target taunt and my guard for any protection.
Well, it's still super important though that you have a healer.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like any other character. If you got no healer, then there's not much you can do. I mean, I have some survivability from my defensive cooldowns, and I can battle stealth out of battle.
Yeah, but you don't have a self heal.
No.
Like an in combat self heal. Oh, not yet. Okay.
There is one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called. Shoot, what's it called? Well, it's part of my skill tree that when I think maybe it's not part of the skill tree, but it's an ability further down that when I activate grants 15%, heals me for 15% of my health immediately, and another like 1% of my health every time something happens.
There's no room for you up here at all.
Every time,
Yeah, it can heal me like 1% of my maximum health for 15 seconds, at most once per second, every time. I think it's perhaps every time I shield an attack or something like that.
oh, okay. Every time you absorb some damage or something.
Yeah. Not certain. But it is very nice to have a character with more survivability than, because at this point, the character with the most survivability that I have is Will.
Yep.
And that's not that much. Yeah, but
Right. You got your self heal, which might not actually be able to do enough, depending on how hard you're getting pounded on. Sometimes Culto Overload's amazing, and sometimes you just get vaporized anyway.
Yep.
Just like even my troopers. Sometimes my trooper's super tanky, even though he doesn't have any right to be yet, and other times he just disintegrates.
Got another arena in a row.
Hey.
I think it's because there's so few people doing low PvP
Yeah.
right now. I don't know,
Yeah.
it's funny. Sometimes it pops right away just as often as 55s, and sometimes I'm there for 10 minutes.
Unfortunately, there has to be like a perfect perfect amount of people, or it won't work. Like Bob and I earlier were getting 5-person Novaires. And it was like, why? Why did it do that? I think it's code for matching people in arenas is really poor. But I would think if arena matchmaking was too good, none of us would ever get in anything other than an arena, because it would be so effective and efficient at grouping people in an arena. It would be like 4-4 grab, 4-4 grab, over and over and over.
Alright, so don't. I mean, you can still talk, but I may not be listening for the next little bit.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Ma, did you win or lose, or what happened?
We won with rounds.
Holy crap, that was fast.
Well,
We're-
No healers at all.
Okay.
All 8 participants were damaged.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's.
well, that's what happened to locals.
I know, it's so funny. You just have to kind of smile and hope
And
everybody has a good
I
time.
don't know. It didn't even seem fair at one point. I was basically in a one-on-one battle with Merc, and I think that the Merc probably, other than his tracer missile, doesn't have a lot right now.
No.
So, and I have a crap ton of high damage moves that are given to me immediately. Like
Yes.
ambush and snipe and takedown.
Yeah, the only problem is energy management. It's the only problem. As long as the match doesn't last too long.
Yeah. It's funny. I don't actually watch my energy as closely as I do other classes on Sniper. And I find myself using my emergency energy probe more.
Yes.
Which I guess is a good thing because that means I'm maximizing the damage output.
Yes.
But, it's just something extra to keep in mind.
Well, you can still be wasteful if you're not careful. Especially if you're hitting somebody that either popped their cooldowns or is guarded. You can still waste energy.
Well, I guess I should do some PvE. Let me know if you want to do any PvP.
Golden.
55s.
Yeah, I'll definitely think about it, especially with Viper. I want to try to do this for a while, give it an honest effort a couple times a day.
Yeah, that's cool. Like
Yeah.
a flash or something.
Sure. Maybe after that. So I'm working on this one machine for Kingpins, and it's taking forever, obviously. But I've only gotten one golden ticket so far, which is good. Because the golden tickets F up your buff. So you actually don't want them.
And you know what's really ridiculous about this sniper class?
What's that?
There's a skill on the skill tree in lethality that reduces the cooldown of debilitate, the 4-second CC.
Yep.
Reduces it by 15 seconds, and it's already on a 45-second cooldown. So it's 30-second cooldown stunning someone every 30 seconds.
Yeah, then all you gotta do is manage their stupid resolve. But yeah, it's good.
So there's that. There's cover pulse, which immobilizes people. And there's leg shot.
And Shiv.
Well, Shiv doesn't.
There it is. Kingpin's Rancor.
You got one?
Yep.
Sweet.
So yeah. So I'm pretty convinced then that you're supposed to stick to one machine. Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
You can have tacos. You can have as many tacos as your taco heart desires. Alright, so. She's gonna go get tacos. Are you going to Del Taco? Or maybe you don't know, you haven't decided.
See, you're going to do Taco Bell.
It's not a good idea. So I'm gonna keep nailing that machine. Nope, someone else is already over there working on my machine now. That's funny. That's the problem with the buff, is it forces you to leave your machine. But I'm going to use up the rest of my tokens, since they're bound, on this one machine and see what happens. But yeah, as soon as I stuck to one machine, would I had a Rancor within a half hour? We haven't been talking for that long. And I have only been working on this machine for about 10 minutes. Now you could say law of averages, da 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 da, but I'm pretty sure that each machine has an individual.
Yeah, I'll go to
Del Taco? Okay. Steak and...
steak and potato burrito.
Yeah, I love those. I also think I figured out what my raid call problem was. There's like this variable modifier thingy, and I just hit that checkbox, and Brute stopped screaming at me, which was nice. Go away, assholes. You stupid, ugly ass speeders. Not only did I get my Rancor, but it's just... There goes the freaking camera. The tokens just seem to last forever when you're only working on one machine. And I think that's a good thing. Man, the people here are a-holes, though. They take up so many machines.
Everywhere you go,
Oh, jeez.
people are a-holes.
People are a-holes, including me. Because I get sick of it. There we go. And the thing is, I'm not trying to jack the machine. I'm just trying to get the stupid buff so I can go back. The other thing I did is I didn't hit the machine right away. But I seriously doubt that has anything to do with anything. But I got almost no golden tickets this way. And never got the stupid speeder. And, yeah. Bloop, bloop. I was hoping I'd get a bunch of them, so I didn't have to decide who to give them to, but with as rare as they ended up being, I think it's going to be Viper that gets this one. Although Samus is going to be really mad at him, because I know Samus wants it, but Throttle wants it, or Viper wants it more. Now, if I just had something I could use these 50 golden certificates for. So it cost right about 1 mil to get it. Maybe a little bit more. 1.2 maybe. Stupid golden tickets. But I have a feeling that means that the machine is reset and it's started it back at the beginning again. Is my guess. If they follow normal casino machine logic, which I think they have. Come on, you stupid buff, one more time. There we go. But yeah, this is not something that I would do again. And if anybody asks, I don't recommend doing this. But if you do it, you need to stick to one machine for Kingpin. And watch your buff like a hawk. You know, one of the things that just doesn't keep cracking me up is people mortaring the kiosks. I just saw somebody mortar one again, and it just cracks me up so much. It was happening a ton earlier. I'd just be sitting there, and all of a sudden somebody would start mortaring. It's just,
Yeah.
it just captures everybody's frustration with this thing. Oh, that's it. That was my last one. Alright. Well, I need to... Oh, I'm a smuggler. I guess I have to smuggle this to Viper. And of course there's no effing mailboxes here. Alright. No, that's the wrong one. Alright. Viper. Kingpin Rancor. Send. Everybody ran over to my mail droid because there's no freaking mail here. It'd be funny if they put their mail in and he like blinked a little bit and they didn't get their mail back. Sorry. It's a casino mail droid. In fact, there's this like spoof movie called Casino. I don't know if you ever saw it. No, not called Casino. I'm sorry, it's called Mafia with an exclamation point. And I think that's the one it is. Where they go and put their money in the ATM and it just takes the money. But I thought there was another one. I can't remember. I love casino spoofs. They just make me so happy.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna get one of these crazy blaster pistols. Tommy gun. No thanks. Well, I mean, I might as well get the Tommy gun. I mean, I have so many freaking coins that I could buy everything on here. Guess I'll buy these pants too.
Don't know what it is, but I really dislike prisoner scenario on Kuwait.
Why is that?
It takes so
I mean-
long.
Well, yes it does. Yes it does. I'm not sure why it's like that.
Luckily, we didn't get it.
There you go. Yeah, I don't like that one either because you're at the mercy of a bunch of stupid people. Just like the Starship Assembly, you're at the mercy of a bunch of stupid people. And this game, much like the internet, much like the planet, is full of hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, millions of stupid people. And you have to rely on them all of a sudden. And it's not very fun. Not fun at all.
What is fun is going through Kuwait with 2 snipers, a marauder, and an assassin.
Oh.
All damaged.
How many times has that Marauder died?
0.
Oh, that's impressive.
Actually, the snipers are taking damage,
Yeah.
which is good because we have our cover.
Yep.
Most of the damage in this scenario is range damage. So
Yeah. Cover is extremely underrated. It absorbs, if you got all the cooldowns, or all the whatever, that absorbs a lot of damage. You regen a lot of damage. It's nice. If interviewing was up to me, you'd go there at your scheduled time, in whatever the hell you want to wear, drive up to the front of the building, have them take your car, have the person that you want to interview waiting for you, walk you right into the conference room. There's like food, there's snacks, what have you. And they ask you to look over the questions. See if any of the questions are interesting. See if you have any questions. And just have a normal conversation. And if you don't cover what you need to cover, then you don't. If you do, you do. If they actually legitimately need to know things, then they just come out and ask. If they want to schedule you for another interview, then they schedule you for another interview. If they don't, they don't. When you're done, they just have somebody to bring up your car and you just wave goodbye and just drive home. That's what interviews would be like. Instead, it's the opposite, and it's horrible. They give you 3 times that don't work. You may or may not even have the car, because, most American families that are being sensible right now, only have one. It's usually like way out where you're not used to driving. May or may not be any parking. You have no idea what the traffic's going to be like. You have no idea if there's going to even be parking or not. You go there, you got to walk your ass all the way over to the building, and it's usually in the middle of the summer, 'cause it seems like that's when everybody's trying to find a job. You go in there, they're never on time. They might offer you like a drink of water. Maybe. They usually don't. They don't tell you how long the people are going to be. And then somebody comes out and they're like, oh, were you offered a drink of water? No, I wasn't offered a freaking drink of water. Oh, okay. And then, you get a dirty look from the receptionist. They get a dirty look from the receptionist. Or whatever you'd want to call whoever's standing there. You maybe get a drink of water or whatever. You go in there. You've already been, like, actively preparing on your feet and getting ready for, like, 2 hours at this point. If you're lucky, you get like a 25-minute interview. If you're lucky. And then they don't tell you shit. Toss you out on your ass. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You gotta go find your car. It's usually in freaking rush hour traffic because everything took so long. You have no idea if you're going to hear anything. No idea if you did good or bad. And 99% of the time you're not going to get the job. And they're not going to tell you why. If they tell you at all. Why is that tolerated? Because people don't have a choice, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many interviews I've had where I've been early and I've had to wait for an hour or longer past the agreed upon time. They're so apologetic, but it doesn't matter. Their apology doesn't get you a job. Right? It doesn't. It doesn't put money in the bank. It doesn't get you references. It doesn't do anything. Just waste your time. You'd have been better off staying at home. But the problem is nobody will be honest. They won't tell you. Why do they even call you in? Just because they have to, right? Because it's the new HR regulations.
Oh, it's so nice doing the Jedi Master with 2 dots.
Huh? What are you talking about?
The Jedi Master robot with 2 dots.
Oh,
2 dots.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, that guy's got a million hit points.
Cast anything.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the new dock customization gives him a green mohawk It almost makes him look like Armitage, except with less scars. Wow, it's far out. Okay. Wow. Turns her from an Asian into a white girl with strawberry bowl cut and pigtails.
Zahara's here.
Oh shit. Don't open the door.
This is my match against him.
Okay. Well, good luck.